Good morning and welcome to our next edition of But First Plants. So since last session we were kind of talking about several citrus oils, I thought it would be fun to continue that discussion this morning. So this morning we're actually going to look at a lot of citrus oils, which I thought would be loads of fun. So this morning we're actually going to look at a blend of orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, with just a hint of spearmint. So before we get talking about the blend itself, let's talk about these individual components. Orange and tangerine were of course covered in the last video, so I'm not going to rehash that. Let's look at grapefruit though. So grapefruit was, or rather is, believed to have originated in Barbados by accidentally crossing a sweet orange with a pomelo, which is a different kind of citrus. It was originally called the forbidden fruit. Not sure why, but it was. It was first described in writing in 1750, and by 1789 it was growing in most parts of Jamaica. By the late 1800s, grapefruit was becoming more popular in the United States. An essence prepared from grapefruit flowers was taken to overcome insomnia. It was also used as a stomach and cardiac tonic to aid in the treatment of urinary disorders. So grapefruit hasn't been around a very long time compared to some of these other fruits and plants and things that we've been discussing, but it has become incredibly popular in the United States. You can find grapefruit everywhere. All right, so the next one is lemon, which has its own dedicated video. So if you missed the lemon video, be sure and go back and catch that. Now you'll learn all about lemon, which was also interesting because it's also another hybrid citrus. Most citrus is actually hybrids. There's very few original citrus fruits, but mandarin is one of those. So the mandarin orange is one of the 3 oldest citrus species on Earth. Aside from those 3 originals, everything else that we know as a citrus is actually a hybrid. So I thought that was fascinating. The mandarin is native to China and northeast India. It is apparently very difficult to grow, but the California citrus belt produces 95% of the United States' mandarins that are grown here in the United States. Fascinating. So they're actually mostly grown in California instead of in Florida, which most people associate Florida with citrus because, you know, I know they do lots of oranges and citrus in Florida, but the mandarin particularly grows better in California. The fragrance of mandarin is considered appeasing, gentle, and promotes happiness. And I find that most citrus promotes happiness in my heart. It just smells very uplifting, and I associate it a lot with sunshine. So a lot of the citrus to me smells sunshiny. All right, so that was all of our citrus. And then we wanted to go ahead and look at spearmint as well. So spearmint is believed to be the oldest of the mints. It is native to Mediterranean countries, and this is going to sound very similar to our peppermint discussion that we had in a previous video, because of course peppermint and spearmint are related. But the ancient Greeks used spearmint as an aphrodisiac. Fun times. And in ancient Rome, spearmint was used as an appetite stimulant, and they would also wear it around their heads during banquets because of course there was plenty of food to be eaten. So if it's stimulating that appetite, they would form it into crowns and wear it at banquets. The herbalist Pliny recommended using spearmint to vitalize the body and aid digestion. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble reading my notes here this morning. It was, spearmint was actually used as a deodorant, which I thought was fascinating, both on the body and in buildings to overcome tobacco odors. So the mint was used to get rid of those odors, which I thought was fascinating. And spearmint itself is considered gentler than peppermint. Peppermint can be a little strong, so if you need something that is similar to and does things similarly to peppermint but more in a more gentle way, try spearmint. Spearmint is great. It's actually one I use. I'll use it straight on anyway, I like spearmint and it helps my sinuses. All right, so the fragrance of spearmint opens and releases emotional blocks. It brings about a feeling of balance and a lasting sense of well-being. And when you combine all of these citrus oils with just a hint of spearmint, you get this lovely blend called Citrus Fresh. And Citrus Fresh is a beautiful blend. It smells very much like sunshine. I love it. In fact, it is my mother-in-law's absolute favorite blend. It's constantly diffusing it so that her house smells like sunshine. But the fragrance of Citrus Fresh is said to amplify creativity because it stimulates the right side of the brain. So that's our more creative side as opposed to the left, which is more logical. It helps eradicate anxiety, and it is also an air purifier. Remember, the spearmint in there can be used as a deodorizer. So you combine all of those citrus oils that are super high in limonene. I highly recommend you go and research limonene. And combined, they work to purify the air. So if you're constantly diffusing Citrus Fresh, your air is going to be a lot more pleasant to breathe in, especially during these cold winter months when we don't get a whole lot of sunshine. Bring a little more sunshine into your home. So Citrus Fresh, this is my big bottle, also comes in the smaller Vitality version. So if you like flavored water, Citrus Fresh might be a fun one to add to your water to help change up the flavor. All right, I think that was all I had for today, so I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to comment if you're watching this video or catching the replay, and that will help other people find this video and learn all about Citrus Fresh. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.